and welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Toluca FC versus Atlético San Luis, Liga MX Clausura 2026, Jornada 14. 3 matches to go after this. Of course, Toluca playing at home after beating the Galaxy, and it looks to me they have heavily rotated. You would expect that, though. Except for Alexi Vega, they have heavily rotated. After a game on the week, of course, you'd expect that. So let's see how this goes. Toluca FC contra Atlético San Luis, La Liga MX Clausura, Jornada 14. Here we are. We're ready to go. Our Sunday night Domingo Futbolero matchup. Toluca, who have rotated heavily in this match, as you would have expected, with Champions Cup looming in the midweek, which will be live for that unless weather knocks it out. I would assume. I'm planning to be live on that game, but we'll see what happens. I'm planning we'll be live for that game, but if the weather knocks it out, it ain't my fault. I think the severe weather's supposed to be later on both Tuesday and Wednesday night. Either way, seems like the flies in the ointment are playing out for that one. With that being said, starting 11s are as follows. In goal for Toluca, Hugo Gonzalez. The back four of Diego Barbosa, Antonio Briseño, Luan Garcia, and Mauricio Isaias. The midfield five of Victor Arteaga, Pavel Perez, Fernando Arce, Alexi Vega, Sebastian Aceves, and up top, Franco Rossi for Toluca. For Atlético San Luis, Andres Sanchez. The back four of Roman Torres, Eduardo Aguila, Juanpe, Aldo Cruz. The midfield five of Jesus Medina. We have Oscar Macias, Roberto Moraz, Ruben Sales, or Sebastian Sales Lamonge. Why'd I think either way? Leonardo Flores and João Pedro. Not the Chelsea João Pedro. Either way, here we are. Sebastian Sales Lamonge. I think it was... Either way, Atletico wearing their black jerseys, Toluca wearing their red. And here we are. We're ready to go. Tottenham's in the relegation zone, and Arsenal are bottling the lead. Maybe they'll get past Lisbon in the UCL. I'm just... Damn, Arsenal's just totally being horrible. Start 11 for Toluca once again. Gonzalez, Isaias, Garcia, Briseño, Barbosa, Arteaga, Arce, Vega, Cordova. Oh, Sebastian Cordova is starting. Well, FotMob had that wrong. Perez and Rossi. Sebastian Cordova is starting today. He doesn't wear the number 7. So, no, Sebastian Cordova instead of Aceves. FotMob had a cow. My bad. I was like, yeah, some looked weird. They don't even have Cordova as a player on the bench. That's weird. Either way, no, Sebastian Cordova is starting this game, which is why I put him on the thumbnail, because it was probably more likely he'd start this game anyway. At least not. Either way, so no, it is Sebastian Cordova. FotMob had a cow. Maybe it does suck. Maybe FotMob does suck. VAR center referee is Adonai Escobedo, Enrique Bustos, Edgar Magdaleno, Jose Alba. The assistants and fourth official. VAR referees. There we go. VAR referee Cesar Ramos. The VAR referee. Okay. Starting 11 for Atlético San Luis. Sanchez, Cruz, Aguila, Juanpe, Torres, Macias, Moraz, Flores, Sales Lamonge, Medina, and João Pedro. Again, not Chelsea, João Pedro. Let's see what happens here. Let's check the table, see what can happen tonight. Toluca Toluca will be tied, will be in second place. If they win this match, they will be in second place. 2 points back of Chivas. Chivas lost yesterday badly to Tigres. Chivas look like frauds right now. Coming off a draw, they lost their ass. They lost their ass to Tigres in Monterrey, but still. Tigres with one eye on the Champions Cup second leg beat the shit out of Chivas, who had nothing more than a league match to play. So Chivas might be frauds right now. I don't know. Chivas are still super lead-out, but 2 really bad performances recently. Toluca versus San Luis. Why? Because Toluca, that's why. I mean, the games today that I could have done was either Columbus, Orlando, which both those teams are garbage. I could have done earlier Pumas, Mazatlan, which Pumas is not as good as Toluca, and Mazatlan is garbage. San Luis is garbage, but Toluca's Toluca, so it was really slim pickings. I mean, it was either 2 garbage teams, 1 team who's good and 1 team who's garbage, or the best team, one of the best teams in CONCACAF who's going to rotate versus a garbage team. I'll go with the team who's the reigning champions and the later match. The latest one of all 3. And we're off. 0-0. 0-0. Yeah, Atlético San Luis. Mazatlan is worse than Atlético San Luis as well. So, Pumas are higher than Toluca on the table. If Toluca draws this match or wins, no, they won't be. I would think Toluca rotated 11 should still beat San Luis, but that's just my opinion. And there's a player down, João Pedro, injured instantly. So, I mean, of the 3 matches I could have done, I think I picked the right one. No, there will not be a game next Sunday that I do because it's WrestleMania Sunday. So, and the TFC game is at 12 tomorrow, or next Saturday again. So, no worries about WrestleMania there. I get to do the TFC game, then watch WrestleMania, and then do nothing on Sunday and watch WrestleMania. So, no Domingo Futbolero next week. Playing forward, Toluca, Alexi Vega, their really biggest player playing in this game. 0-0, 0-0. Heard the WrestleMania build-up this year is trash. I agree, but I'm still going to watch the show, even if it's a third-party stream, because it's WrestleMania. Header. Played down, and Toluca, ugh. Heard The Rock will be in Vegas this year. Oh, fucking hell, man. Really? He doesn't show up. Let me guess. He's going to help Roman beat CM Punk. Or he's just going to help Pat McAfee be an asshole and Randy Orton beat Cody Rhodes, right? Pat McAfee's enough. What? Why? Now you show up a year later? When you have no storyline to speak of? Get the fuck on. I hope he doesn't show up. Thoughts on Germany being a failure? I mean, their national team isn't as good as I would have expected, but I ain't gonna write them off yet. Like, they look shaky, yeah, but Union Berlin. If you're talking about the fact they have an interim manager that's a woman, I think it's kind of cool. It's not the first time, though. I mean, Forest Green Rovers did for a while, but either way, Toluca. Cross in. If it ends badly, it ends badly. I have no idea. As I said, if it ends badly, it ends badly. She's got to be a really good manager to get that interim job. Got to be. But it could be a shit show. You're right. That's why I'm interested to see how this plays out. Goal kick. But, I mean, but you don't ask, but, devil's advocate, you don't ask that question with women's teams that have men's coaches. Shouldn't you be asking that question in that way, too? Like, Toluca have beaten San Luis 9 times out of 11 in Torneos Cortos, 1 draw each, 24 goals for Toluca, 10 goals for San Luis. But then again, you can ask that question on the other end. So, it's not like it's a question that could just be asked one way. So, and I ain't casting aspersions. I'm just saying you could ask that question towards women's teams who have a male manager. How is that locker room going to be? So, either way. It's a PR stunt, Germany. I didn't say it wasn't a PR stunt, but it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. It's an interesting one. I mean, Germany has its failures, but I wouldn't say a woman manager being the interim manager of a football club is one of them. It's definitely a PR stunt. I think Germany has had its political problems. I think they've had horrible leaders. Well, I could see that argument as well. But either way, playing forward, shot wide. I could see that argument as well. When I say dressing room, I mean, are the men going to respect coach? Because the way I mean, some of them might not take her seriously. You're right. You're not wrong. I mean, that's a good way to put it as well. But I'm looking at it more from a either way. But you're right. I mean, you could also look at it that way. Either way. Playing forward. But no, that's not a bad. I mean, that's a good way to question it. Yeah, you're right. And to be fair, I never heard of the Union Berlin coach until she got the job. So, if it was like Emma Hayes, that'd be a different statement, but or something like that. Meanwhile, everybody was at home. Yeah. And guess what? No ceasefire. And a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, all because Lebanon has to be struck by, all because, well, it's a shame. It's an absolute shame. It's a shame. The ceasefire was a chance for them to leave those war dogs hanging out to dry. But they didn't do it. And we're even worse off now than we already are. And guess what? Dementia rotting orange threatened to nuke again. And not just at Iran, also at ships who already went through the strait who paid in yuan, aka China. For a guy who doesn't want Iran to have nukes, he's really threatening to nuke people. That doesn't make any sense to me. Should have left the war dogs hanging out to dry, eh? Yeah, Pope Leo, like he normally tried not to talk anything about the administration, but now he has a reason. I'm glad Pope Leo's standing up for the Catholic Church. It's ironic that the Pope that has to stand up to administration is an American Pope. And the administration is now threatening him with the Avignon papacy. That's not how this works. Submit to Rome. It's not how this works, sir. Oh, he got booed at the UFC? Deserved. He got booed at the UFC? Deserved. I can't believe it. The UFC fans booed him. Well, weren't they in Miami? Well, no, Miami actually is pretty red due to the Cubans. Holy shit. Yeah, no. He got what he deserved. It's not like he went to LA, which I don't think he would even do, but he got booed in Miami. Probably the most red big city in the world. Fucking idiot. 12th minute. Even the Cubans are tired of his shit. Nil-nil. Yeah, because wasn't it in Miami? Sadly, I'm not 35. And sadly, I won't be 35 by 2028. And I'm not rich. French Revolution 2.0? Playing forward. Shot over the bar. Ha! Ha! Playing forward, Toluca. Header. tackled out. Toronto Raptors playing the Cleveland Cavaliers the first round of the NBA playoffs. So we'll get some Raptors-Cavaliers streams, I'm sure. I think the Raptors will have a competitive series against the Cavs. Raptors in 7. Fuck it. Yeah, because when you're a habitual liar... Oh, I forgot about... Hold on. I knew I was forgetting some. When you're a habitual liar, that ages you like milk. Then again, was Rubio ever not a habitual liar? We all knew what Rubio was. Even Donald did 8 years ago. But then he becomes the Secretary of State. It becomes a neocon war hawk that we all knew he was. And was part of the full court press to start this war. And defends it like a war dog. I'm surprised he aged 30 years. He finally got his moment. But he was always a cuck. I said it 8 years ago. I believed it 8 years ago, and I never trusted him as far as I could throw him. Well, one should know it. But he had to lie for a whole year of no new wars, and that aged him like a fucking plum. Playing forward over the bar. Let it be known. Let it be known. I've known Rubio's game the whole fucking time. I never trusted him as far as I could throw him. Let it be known. I didn't like him in 2016. I don't like him now. And that never changed. Couldn't happen to a better person. Aging 30 years like a plum. It couldn't happen to a better person. Free kick on the outside of the box. Nope, no foul. Couldn't happen to a better person. Are you surprised that Arteta had Arsenal lacking attacking intent in their last Premier League match? No, because they've lost their minds. They have lost their mentality. No, they're a bunch of punk-ass punks. They're bottle jobs. Player down hurt for Atlético San Luis, João Pedro. Dude goes down like a sack of potatoes. For me, no. Because they knew once they lost that Carabao Cup and then lost the FA Cup game, you knew the bottle was coming. And they had to survive the Champions League game on the road. You knew the bottle was coming. They lost to Bournemouth. I don't care if they beat Sporting this week. Even if they do that, they have to play Man City on the weekend. How do you think that's going to go? Man City just skinned Chelsea. Alive! And you think Arsenal's that much better than Chelsea? Yeah, they're higher on the table, but they have a worse mentality than Chelsea. At least Chelsea has a mentality that matches their spot on the table. So, no, I'm not surprised at all. Also, Caicedo was garbage today. Netflix FC back at it again. Even Theo Vaughn is burning Rogan nowadays. It seems like everybody's eating each other. I won't lie. Seems like everybody's eating each other. But the people who are on the side of Rubio and Glenn Beck and Mark Levin are the idiots. The podcast bros are eating each other, trying to pass the buck on each other, saying like, this ain't my fault. I don't know. I kind of hope Alex Jones does show Trump how the cow ate the cabbage. I still don't know what that means. That must not be a Mississippi that must be a Texas saying, because people are like, oh, that's a Southern saying. I'm like, I ain't never heard that said before. It must be a Texas saying. Let me say this for a lot of you. Texas is its own damn thing. It might be the South, but it's its own damn thing. Okay? Just like California is its own damn thing. It might be the West, but it ain't Washington and Oregon. It ain't Nevada. California is its own fucking thing. So, Texas is the South, but it's its own thing. It's not Oklahoma. It's not Louisiana. It's not Mississippi. It's not Arkansas. It's not. Florida's its own thing, too. Florida's its own thing, too. California, Texas, and Florida are 3 states where they might be in a certain geographical area, but they're their own thing. They're their own ecosystem, their own mentality. Like, yes, the 3 western states, western seaboard states, California, Oregon, Washington, they're all blue states. California, well, California might not be a blue state. Well, because of their electoral system, there might be 2 Republican candidates for governor. Which is probably why they took down Swalwell. Because they got to get some of the Democrats to drop out so that doomsday scenario doesn't happen. And the Swalwell stuff was an open secret. And this was the time they got his ass. I'm not surprised. The dude always seemed like a scumbag in my book, so I'm not surprised. Swalwell always seemed like a scumbag rat bastard in my book, so am I surprised? No. But of course, the California Democratic Party can't take the embarrassment of having 2 Republicans in the governor's race in November. So they got to get some of the Democrats out so the vote congeals, and they get a Democrat against Hilton or Bianco, which we'll see how that plays out. And I guess which is weird because I guess they took the easy way. Even if it was the guy they would want the most. Bianco too corrupt. It's not going to happen. I mean, the polls say it is, at least until recently. I'm just saying the polls have it as Republican v. Republican. So we'll see what happens with that. Of course, with Swalwell dropping out, we'll see. But either way. 24th minute. I mean, I don't know what would be more surprised. Patrick Bet David, Laura Loomer, Ben Shapiro is a new MAGA base. Well, in defense of Patrick Bet David, yeah, Laura Loomer stabbed Alex Jones from the front and Candace and Tucker from the front. She's been sending all these clips of Alex Jones calling out what it is, Candace and Tucker, to Donald Trump. And stabbed him from the front, which is why he had his crash out. In defense of Patrick Bet David, I think he just wants Iran to be the Pahlavi to get back in as the prince of Iran and get rid of the... He just wants regime change. I think that's all he wants. That's all he wants. I don't think he wants any of this but regime change. I don't think he gives a shit about anything else. He just wants Pahlavi back in the catbird seat. PBD, Patrick Bet David. He does not care what Netanyahu wants. He does not care about the nukes. He doesn't care about the oil. He doesn't care about any of that. He wants regime change. So in his defense, do I think he's behind everything that's happening? No. With the Iran conflict? No, I don't. But he definitely wants regime change. Not that I'm... Either way. .26 minute. But enough about that. I say I don't want a political channel, but I'm having a stream like this. I don't know. I say I don't want a political second channel, but then I have a stream like this where I went completely off the rails and went fully. Either way. 27th minute. Shit's so crazy you can't avoid it. I mean, you're not wrong per se, but... It's a wonder I avoid it more times than not. Sometimes I get a battery put in my back. And I can't even help it. Either way, 28th minute. Congrats to Red Lack and Toronto FC on winning EMLS Cup. Yep. We won a trophy in FIFA. That's actually, turns out this Red Lack guy is a really good FIFA player. He beat the shit out of some Columbus guy, like 6 or 7-0. I'm like, damn. That must have been on harder than like semi-pro too. I'm like, damn. 0-0. Settle is settle. Toluca playing, looking like the better team for sure. I mean, it's not hard when they're Toluca, but, you know, either way. Either way. We'll see what happens. playing forward. And Forge won. 1-0 Forge. 90th minute. Let's go. 2 straight wins for Forge. Boom. 1-0 over Vancouver FC. Vancouver FC might be better. Shot wide. Oh, Swalwell suspended his campaign for governor. Shocked the club isn't recognizing this accomplishment. You know, I don't blame them because I feel like some Toronto fans would be like, you care more about EMLS than your actual team. You know, I get it, but I don't. Playing forward, 30th minute, 0-0. I can't believe Portland beat LAFC yesterday. I can't believe it either. Wasn't expecting it, but a statement win for Portland. They got to build off of it. They have to. '31st minute, 0-0. Would you rather Toronto win the CONCACAF Champions Cup or the Copa Libertadores? CONCACAF. I want CONCACAF. Now, if we won CONCACAF and we had a chance to win Libertadores, I want Libertadores, but we don't have CONCACAF yet, so CONCACAF. Then we win CONCACAF. Velde was moving like he was moving like Neymar, not going to lie, shocked. We told you Velde was a good player. We told you Velde was a good player. As in me and Rory, we both told you Velde was a good player. Dominate your region and dominate your continent. Well, dominating CONCACAF is dominating our continent. Personally, I want to win both. But to play Libertadores, we would have to miss CONCACAF. I'd feel a lot better missing CONCACAF if we've already won 1 or 2 or 3. And then we play Libertadores the year we miss CONCACAF as a guest, and then we win Libertadores, and then we go back to CONCACAF and win CONCACAF. That's the way I prefer it. I don't like with a Can Champ, if you're the best team in Canada, which we aren't right now, but call the Pirate, you know. If you are the best team in Canada, you're the best team in CONCACAF, you're the best team in Canada, for sure, if you're a Canadian team. So, to miss CONCACAF in that state would be absolutely horrible. Now, you could say, well, Vancouver could miss it that way. Yeah. Also, Wayne and Sealy own Houston. Wayne played 90 minutes. Sealy 1 assist. Also, Cozy Thompson. Cozy Thompson had a brace. Of course he did. Cozy Thompson had a brace against Houston. Of course he did. Because, of course, he turned from a shit player to frickin' Neymar as soon as we traded him. Because that's exactly what the fuck happens. I was waiting for it. Then I saw he had a brace. I'm like, yep, tracks. I'm like, yep, tracks. And I think a lot of other Toronto fans had the same thought. It was like, oh, yeah, TFC guy. Sealy assisted him. Yep. I was like, that tracks. Brace. I was like, yep, that tracks. I'm like, that tracks. I mean, I'm happy for him. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad he did it against Houston instead of us. Because he was on their roster when they played us. Would have been easy to give him a debut, but I guess the red cards changed that. Either way, I'm glad he did it against Houston. He played with Spicer, now Wayne and Sealy. Yep. Love playing with Trinidadian players. Playing forward. I could definitely say this when Bassett is stopped Portland, we're a way better team. Well, I would expect that. TFC's stuck in a hard spot. I feel all results require the interim to be replaced before next season. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think the good results we're getting are because of Robin Fraser being a good coach. I think a lot of our draws and losses are based on Robin Fraser being a shit coach. If we're losing, he ain't the reason we win, but he also is definitely the reason we don't win. These players are good. They need a better coach. Now, I can't say that I disagree. Well, even I know. Even though I would love to play a high attacking style and a swashbuckling style and have a lot of the ball and quickly move it up and down the pitch and basically have no fear while attacking, I also wouldn't send 7 of 11 of my players up the pitch when we have a 1-0 lead in stoppage time. Sometimes you got to realize, hey, we have 8 minutes left. Don't park the bus, but let's not get too crazy going for a second goal. Let's stay neutral. If we have a chance to score a second goal, we go for it. If we get the ball past, I'd say, right about halfway, and we can run it down their throat, we do it. But keep some guys back. But with like 6 or 7 guys, if we can run it down their throat with the midfielders we have at the midfield and our forwards, do it. But let's not push 7 guys up to try to make something happen out of nothing. Hits the shoulder, which is what they did yesterday. Let's not do that. There's a difference between being no fear, being a good attacking team, and being a dumbass team. That was being a dumbass team. Now, parking the bus is also a dumbass move in stoppage time. If you have the lead, stay neutral, defend if you need to. If you can get it down there and make something happen out of something that's starting to look like you can make something happen, do it. But not force something to happen. Well, that's... I say swashbuckling. I say swashbuckling football. You say cero miedo. Means the same thing. Shot saved. Header. Really. I just like pirate analogies. Which I guess air raid isn't really a pirate analogy, but, you know, Mike Leach used it, so... It is what it is. Playing forward. João Pedro over the bar. Orlando is such a shit club. Why did Spicer leave a shit team to another shit team? Because Orlando had the gam to pay him, and he wanted to be paid a lot of money. And now we're seeing how that turned out. Because you don't have a lot of gam unless you're shit. Oscar Pereira couldn't paper over the cracks much longer. That's why he left. And I think Oscar Pereira is a good coach, but why do you hope they lose? Like, I wanted Orlando and Miami. I wanted the Hawks to lose and Miami to win and Orlando to lose and Boston to win and the Raptors to beat the Nets so the Raptors could get the 5 seed, which they did. It's Cleveland, Toronto, by the way. We'll be doing some live streams during that series. Don't worry. Raptors are back in the playoffs, baby. Let's go. Either way. And it's not New York where we get murdered in 4 games as a 6 seed. But I guess seeding-wise, you want them to lose. Good to see Bolduc score. He's been snake-bitten and struggling. And the thing is, Spicer barely playing, just came off an injury. Oh, so I could see why he didn't play for Trinidad. Well, you should have said that yesterday when I was complaining. Like, he didn't go because he asked to be left out because he was coming off an injury. Okay, you could have brought that up. Now, the other guys, I'm not sure. I mean, Seeley looks just fine to me. He looks just fine to me. So, my point still stands for him and Wayne. As far as I know, they were healthy and they looked just fine. So they should have went. But you want to play Houston in the first round, not Minnesota, I'm pissed. Oh, okay. Losing makes you play Houston. Okay, I get it. 40th minute. Nil-nil. Tottenham Hotspur still winless in the Prem in 2026. That's just, man. I don't know. Is it funny or sad? Playing forward. Header. 41st minute. Playing forward. Pretty boring first half, all things considered. Denver went on a 21-0 run. Damn. Aren't they playing the Spurs, I think? I think they're playing the Spurs, aren't they? Unless I'm confused. I could have sworn. Playing forward, Toluca has the ball in the box. Shot wide. Yep, they're playing the Spurs. Watching back and forth between this game and ESPN's first show on a Sunday Night Rugby. Wait, whoa. Isn't the NBA on ESPN right now? Euphoria Season 3 premieres tonight. I do not care about that. No, Spicer wasn't injured around that. All MLS-based players asked to not be called up. Huh, okay. I mean, the Spurs are in the playoff. Oh, they're second place. Oh, the Lakers are losing, aren't they? Well, if the Lakers won, they'd be 53. Some tiebreakers. Yeah, we're playing in San Antonio, ESPN 2. Okay. 44th minute. Okay. The Lakers would have the same record as Denver if the Lakers won and Denver lost. And I guess the tiebreaker would have the Nuggets be fourth, and they play the Rockets 43-44. And I guess they would be, the tiebreaker will put the Lakers above Denver, which means Denver would play Houston and the Lakers would play Minnesota. I guess. At least that's what it sounds like to me. I don't know. 0-0, 0-0. I guess. At least I'll get some use out of that Raptors jersey when they play the Cavs. But they both be 53-29 if they lost. Well, the Lakers won, which the Lakers are winning. There's no, well, I mean, I guess I could still blow it, but 70-56, I mean, that's what, a 14-point game? I mean, you could easily blow that. But they're playing Jokic, Jones, Jonas played 6 minutes, Roddy, Bruce Brown, Strother. Yeah, they're playing their best players. Rory McIlroy won the Masters. Yep. I'm surprised. He damn near blew it. I'm happy he won it, though, but he damn near blew it. Again. Cross in, shot, save. Because didn't he damn near blow it last year to win the playoff? Playing forward. If we lose and Lakers win, they get third seed, we get fourth. Yeah, okay. Yeah, tiebreaker. Rank your favorite sports or sports teams. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Sports, is LeBron playing? I don't know. I didn't check that. I mean, the Lakers are winning, so I couldn't tell. I'm sure he is. Playing forward. It's not like they need to tank. Shot wide. Favorite sports? Football, association football / soccer. Hockey, baseball, college football, NFL, basketball, and those are just team sports. Hell, no, college football, CFL / XFL, NFL, basketball. Baseball, college football. Yeah, we'll go with that. Olympic sports are just too hard to rank. Rugby. I mean, it's lower than basketball, even if I like watching it more. I don't watch it that much. Cricket, the same. Playing forward. Teams, Toronto FC, Leafs, Blue Jays, playing forward. Patriots, no, Mississippi State, Patriots, Argos, Battlehawks, and then all the second teams, which I couldn't be arsed. It's almost halftime anyway. Would you rather Mississippi State win a college football championship or Toronto FC win MLS? Well, we've already won MLS. So if you said CONCACAF, I would love Toronto to win CONCACAF over Mississippi State to win a college football national championship. But since you said MLS, State winning a natty. Especially as a fan. Especially as a fan. Like where I am now, where I'm sitting now, as a fan, State winning a natty. We already have an MLS Cup. Like, I want us to be good again, but if we could just qualify for CONCACAF without winning MLS Cup, and win CONCACAF, I'm happy. Which is Canadian Championship, of course. But, halftime, 0-0. We've already got a star. Like, winning another star is like, cool, that's a second. Nice. It's not something that I'm Gollum about, 0-0 at the half. Like, I'm Gollum about the Can Champ because it's our easiest way to get to CONCACAF. Which means I'm as Gollum about it as CONCACAF because it's the easiest way to get to CONCACAF. Now all you have to do is win 7, 2, 4, 6. Well, if we're in the prelim round, it'd be 8, 9 games, 7 or 9 games, depending on where you start, to win the Champions Cup. I need the Champions Cup. And I mean, if we're in the MLS Cup final, like, as a fan, yeah, if we're in the playoffs, I want to win the whole thing. But not as much as I want CONCACAF. Like, if you had me choose, do you want Toronto to win 5 more stars or win 1 Champions Cup? I want the Champions Cup. I want the CONCACAF Champions Cup. I want 1. 1. If we dominated, I would rather dominate the Champions Cup. I would rather win back-to-back or a three-peat of Champions Cups than ever win another MLS Cup. And frankly, even if I was a coach, I probably would say the same thing. MLS Cup is whatever. Like, yeah, it's the biggest one in the league. Once you're there, you want to win it. But I'd rather dominate the Confederation. I'd rather beat the Mexican teams. And now you could say, but to prove you deserve to beat the Mexican teams or prove you could do it at all, you probably need to win MLS Cup. Fair enough, but now that's hard. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I want the Champions Cup that bad. I don't know if I want it that bad to lose 20 straight to Montreal. I don't know. I got to be desperate as fuck to say yes to that. I don't know if I'm that desperate. I don't know. I don't know. It's a little bit either way. Got to pick and choose your battles. Club Sando at TNT qualifies for Caribbean Cup next season. Defense Force winners of the league also return. All right. TFC winning CONCACAF or Copa Libertadores. As I said earlier, if we haven't won CONCACAF yet, I want CONCACAF. If we won CONCACAF after we've dominated for a couple of years, if we miss, because you would have to miss to play Copa as a guest, then I want Copa. Preferably after winning CONCACAF once or twice or 3 times in a row and then missing. Preferably. Yeah, I agree with that. TFC winning CONCACAF easily. I'm not Steve Dangle. Under rugby, probably. Lacrosse? I mean, I like lacrosse, but it's definitely like it's like field hockey, but you have the stick over your head. I like lacrosse, but do I watch it a lot? If I watched it more, probably would be higher. But, and that's not to say I don't like lacrosse, but I don't watch it much. You know, I mean, there are people that I'm friends with who played lacrosse. And they were definitely proud of that sport. And I guess they're still proud of it. I'm not sure. But, you know, it's an interesting sport. You know, I mean, I'm not going to down it. It's definitely an interesting sport, but TFC winning CONCACAF 5-0 over America, but TFC is demoted to USL due to illegal activity. Okay, that's better than losing to Montreal 20 straight times. That's better. That's better. Oh. Okay, now I think I would take that. If we beat Montreal at a CONCACAF final in Montreal, I think that's worth it. I don't give a crap if we lose 50 in a row to Montreal after we beat them in Montreal for a Champions Cup. I don't think they could even live that down even if they won 100 straight. You know, I might take that one. I might take that deal. Exactly. See, he gets it. Pepita gets it. With that being said, we'll take a short break in the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight, 0-0, 0-0. Toluca's a slightly better team, but they've rotated heavily, and it's definitely showing. Sit tight, be back. We're back for the stats at the half. TFC winning CONCACAF. But I don't want Sydney Sweeney. Nah. CONCACAF easy. CONCACAF easy. Sydney Sweeney. Nah, I'm good. Like there are more beautiful women out there than Sydney Sweeney. Like, yeah, CONCACAF easy. CONCACAF easy. CONCACAF easy. Sydney Sweeney ain't even my celebrity crush. I mean, I wouldn't even consider her one of my celebrity crushes. So, no. Easy CONCACAF. Easy CONCACAF. Easy. 59% possession and 41% possession. 12 shots to 4. 4 shots on goal to 0. 249 accurate passes, 89% to 152, 77% pass accuracy. 7 fouls to 3, 1 corner to 0, 12 shots to 4, 7 shots off the goal to 4, 4 shots on goal to 0. Toluca dominating the game even though they've completely rotated. Shows you how bad Atletico is. 281 pass to 197, 89% pass accuracy to 77, 8 throws to 8, 1 offside to 0, 1 yellow card to 0, 0 red cards to 0. 0-0 at the half. Either way. So we'll see how the second half goes. I think Toluca are the better team so far, but I'll say this. The game plays out like this, no review. There's nothing to really chew on. I mean, Toluca heavily rotated. They're still the better team, but that shows you how bad Atletico is. Oh, God. Second half, here we go. Oh. Second half, 0-0, 0-0. Playing forward, here we go. Suzuki might be the first player to have a 100-point season and win the Selkie. Last was Sergei Fedorov. It's pretty good. 100-point season and win the Selkie, that's pretty good. Playing forward. Shot wide. Luan off for Everardo Lopez. Denver on in San Antonio. It's crazy because San Antonio is the second seed. Playing forward, 47th minute. San Luis on the ball. Toluca. Playing forward. Have the ball at their feet. Played over the top. The 48th minute. Forty-ninth minute. Brought down. Forty-ninth minute. Very boring game, honestly. I'd say a review is very unlikely at this point of this game. Shot wide. Hey, good shot by San Luis, but nothing there. Playing forward, Toluca. Like Brombacher game, finally playing well. Laval deserved the called up. Got his first NHL point. Nothing flashy, really solid. Okay. Nice. Playing forward. Toluca. Here's a chance. Loses the ball. Shot saved. Playing forward. 51st minute. Toluca, top of the box. Shot. Oh, what a save. Just sticks out the hand, Sanchez, and he's hurt now. He gave everything to make that save. Wolff, Manon. Header. Headed away. Playing forward, 53rd minute. Wide, 54th minute. Playing forward. Still 0-0, 0-0. Fifth minute. Cutter Gauthier just scored 40. Good for him. Fifth minute. The one time I want us to lose. Don't take God's name in vain. Sir. Don't take God's name in vain. Go to the box. Go to the box. And 5 Hail Marys. Wait. Straighten up your mortal soul and get to the box. I'm the man in the box. Playing forward. Cross in. I'm from Utah, asshole. I'm from Utah, asshole. How would I be Mormon? Baptist ain't Mormon. 57th minute. Well, I mean, I guess. Well, 57th minute. Duarte on for Flores. Trust me, the fact I drink a lot of soda is because I want to. And I don't drink, and I barely drink alcohol. It's because I want to. It's not about my religion. Because I know Mormons can't drink alcohol, and they have all those like dirty sodas and the swig stuff. Either way. Either way. Well, I mean, I don't think the earth is flat. I mean, the earth isn't flat, though. Okay, that one's... Spurs coming back, thank Jesus. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's better. I may be a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not a flat earther. Could I believe the moon landing was fake? Yes. Could I believe the moon landing was done in a soundstage? Yes. '60th minute. Playing forward. Buddy, you've been here long enough. One, I never went to college. Two, I was 1 year old when 9/11 happened. But no, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Thank you very much. Inside. 9/11 was an inside job. 61st minute. A Sharpie, $2. A white t-shirt, $10. Tinfoil, $5. Tinfoil, $5. Playing forward. 63rd minute. I know you are. Playing forward. 64th minute. 0-0. Playing forward. Oh, Maruchan ad in Mexico. No, I'm not, because I'm a Baptist. Making this a Mormon channel would be heresy. It would be heresy. 64th minute. It'll be heresy. Cross in. Fourth quarter starts now. Spurs down 6. Now Ryan. If your soulmate was Catholic, would you convert to marry them? Well, I mean, yeah, if it was my soulmate. I mean, from Baptist to Catholicism, that's not too crazy. If I had to. And I actually love them. I mean, that's not too crazy. Playing forward. 65th minute. Playing forward. Shot saved. Corner. 65th minute. Cross in, headed away. 67th minute. Cleared away. Playing forward, 67th minute. Look. Free kick. Playing forward. Playing forward, San Luis. Still. They're actually having some good moments. Toluca. Do you like the Miami new stadium? It's an interesting stadium. Yeah, I mean, it's better than the stadium they've been playing in. Partially because it's a real stadium and not just interim. I mean, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely a cool stadium, and it's a nice, real stadium. I like it. Overall, I like it. Playing forward. Saved. '69th minute. Pat McAfee versus Jelly Roll. Oh my God. At WrestleMania, I mean, that would definitely. Well, I mean, the Vatican's in Italy, even though it's in Vatican City, but Vatican City is in Italy. Italy's a NATO country. Doesn't that technically invoke Article 5? If he did that? He can't be that stupid, right? Like, Vatican City is its own thing, but it's technically also inside of Italy. So, just like San Marino's its own thing, and Malta is as well. But either way, he can't be that much of an idiot, can he? Kidnap the Pope, maybe. Bomb Vatican City. I mean, kidnapping the Pope might still invoke Article 5, but bombing Vatican City would definitely do it, I would assume. He can't be that much of an idiot, right? I don't know. '71st minute. Chip through Toluca, shot, goal! They scored! Oh, pulp. It's not orange juice. Toluca scores 1-0. Pulp. Pulp. It's not orange juice. One 0. Some pulp. Some pulp. This says no pulp. Playing over the top, and Toluca makes it 1-0. 1-0. What a play. Number 27, Rossi at the end of it. Perez flips it over, and Rossi is at the end of it. 1-0 Toluca. Franco Rossi. '72 minutes. 1-0, 1-0. They finally get one. Yep. Hey, I mean, at least you fought harder than the Leafs. '73rd minute. Voice chat is dumb on my phone. No. No, I would not, Mile High. No. No. When he screws up, I'm going to call him out. When he does good, I'll say he did good. But I ain't kissing the ground he walks on. No. I ain't going to kiss the ground anybody walks on. Even if Ron Paul. If Ron Paul was president, I would have called him out when he made a mistake. I don't kiss the ground anybody walks on. I may have a preference. I ain't gonna kiss the ground anybody walks on. I ain't gonna kiss the ground Pierre Polyev walks on. I ain't gonna kiss the ground Mark Carney walks on. I ain't gonna kiss the ground that Maxime Bernier walks on. Politicians are not God. None of them are. No matter what side you're on or your beliefs are. The only one who's closest to God is the Pope. But that's because he's a priest. The high priest of the Catholic Church. There's a difference there. But even then, I'm not a Catholic. I still won't. Franco Romero. So, my point is this. If somebody makes if they're going to do the wrong thing, I'm going to say it's wrong. If they're getting pushed around by the wrong people, I'm going to say it. 75th minute. So, no. Header. Footloose. 76th minute. Footloose. Footloose. Okay, that's a different. He's not a politician, though. That's still very. I mean, John Cena's my hero. I don't know if I'd kiss the ground he walks on, though. I'm more likely to kiss the ground he walks on than any politician, though. I'll tell you that right now. But would I, though? Probably not. 77th minute. Okay, so we agree on that. Playing forward. Alexi Vega. Shot saved. The Penguins were staying on the ice to shake hands with Ovechkin, but he was waiting for them to get off the ice. Why didn't he want to shake their hands? Corner for Toluca. Cross in, header. Oh, Ovechkin's already decided to play one more year. That's probably okay. Saved. Okay, I get what he's saying. His gesture having his team shake hands at Kopitar at their last game means he takes these curtain call games seriously. If he wasn't retiring, he wouldn't turn down the opportunity to shake his longtime rival's hand with the cameras flashing in the background. Yeah. Capitals are still alive. Crazy. As long as Ovi's there, they're still alive, in my opinion. Like it's crazy how Ovechkin is still scoring at the level he is. It's crazy. Like, Russian machine never breaks. They ain't kidding. They ain't kidding. That ain't a joke. Yeah, no review tonight. At this point, there's nothing. Yeah, Toluca's winning, and that'll be it. '80th minute. Now I get what you're saying, but well, '81st minute. 1-0. 1-0. Playing forward. Oh! Thoughts on the Mets continuing their collapse this year? I'd laugh at them, but the Blue Jays are having just as bad of a collapse. So to make sure the Jays don't get any worse, I'm not going to bring any karma on the Toronto Blue Jays. They're already dealing with enough injury luck. I ain't going to say anything. I talk shit about the Mets. The Jays will get even worse injury luck. I don't think the Jays are shit, but their injury luck is horrible. And their bats aren't on yet. We get some pitchers back. Our bats start waking up. We'll be fine. We're not that far out. I ain't going to say anything because I don't want the karma to hit the Jays. Playing forward. '83rd minute. 1-0. Uno a cero. As it stands, no review tonight. I wonder why Grimace isn't sitting in a seat at Citi Field anymore. Because that was just a thing. That was a thing after last or 2024. Just like OMG ain't a thing anymore because Candelita, Jose Iglesias, left the team. You try to keep things the same, it doesn't really end well. Turns out. Toluca second place as it stands with the win. Chivas are first and 2 points ahead. Plus 11 goal differential. So their goal differential is worse than Toluca's. Thanks, Tigres. I'm kidding. 84th minute. I think it was more of a marketing thing that just really blew up. And technically, yeah, wasn't the Grimace Shake 2024 anyway? Yeah, I think that really just blew up. But yeah, it's awesome to see Rory McIlroy win back-to-back Masters. That was cool. '85th minute, player down, hurt. Croatia beat Spain 7-4 in hockey today, under-18 Ice Hockey World Cup. Matko Idzon got 4 goals, 2 assists. His brother lost to Wisconsin yesterday in the NCAA final. Croatia's, they're coming, ain't they? Playing forward. 86th minute. Roy McElroy defended his green jacket. Yep. What was weird is that they didn't give him the green jacket outdoors. They had him indoors at some studio with Jim Nance and the president of Augusta National, and they gave him his green jacket. Maybe it's because he won it a second time, but I could have sworn Tiger Woods, every time he won the Masters, he got his green jacket outside on the course. Even when he won back-to-back, and even in 2019 when, either way. Yeah, speaking of, I do like golf. Yeah, I do like golf. I do. Always have. Always have. But either way, Croatia's next week is the Men's World Cup. Croatia's line will be the three Idzon brothers. Bruno belongs to the Ottawa Senators. That'll be awesome to watch. First line of all brothers. It's like the Sedins. Except it was two Sedins. Either way, 88th minute. Maybe because it was already sundown. Fair enough, but I don't know. It's 89th minute. Good for Rory, great guy. Or great golfer. Well, both. Also, such a choke job for the Red Wings. 10 years without a playoff berth. Yeah, no, I can't. They always do this. Like, they're like Arsenal. They're the same. Like, the Red Wings, like, nobody talks about it, even in hockey. Well, I guess they do. But, like, the Red Wings are the same. Wait till March, and they're just going to fold. And you know what? I have to respect it, and it sucks because he's probably going to get fired. But Todd McClellan, the coach of the Red Wings, was like, we deserve to be booed. He was right. Yeah, you do what you do as a like the way he played. Playing forward. That was a goal earlier, 1-0. They always do it. But, I mean, I don't blame McClellan for saying that they deserve to get booed, because they do. 4 minutes of stoppage time. That's like the lowest amount of stoppage time I've ever seen in Mexico at the end of a second half. It sucks for him because I don't think he should be fired. I wouldn't say it's his fault that they blew it. I blame Yzerman. Yzerman's the one who should get fired. I think McClellan's a good coach. Playing forward. There are close to 24 Croatian juniors playing for the USA and NAHL teams. Croatia might just make a run to being something in hockey. Sort of similar to Czechia did recently. Either way. 92 minutes. No. A lot of the mascots in the same city are friends in whatever it's called. Croatia will play Japan. Japan will be tough. That'll be interesting to watch. Denver 1, Minnesota it is. There you go. Playing for 92 minutes. Yeah, no review. Toluca played a rotated 11 and absolutely scraped a win so far. 2 minutes to see if they completely scrape the win. $92 minutes. Yeah, as you have the right to do. I mean, it's equalizer, but still, I mean, you have the right to do so. Might not be the smartest decision, but you have the right to do so. For some reason, Cordova's not even on the Toluca squad on Fight Mob. Wow, 93rd minute. So that's why I was wondering why he didn't show up. Either way, Aldo Cruz, 90+3, 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go, Toluca winning, and after this, no review because there's nothing really to chew on. So be it. Ball crossed in. Yzerman won't get a job anywhere in the NHL. He shouldn't. If he gets fired by the Red Wings, he should not get a job anywhere in the NHL. I agree. He has way more years of being a horrible GM with the Red Wings than what he did with the Lightning. It's like freaking Peter Chiarelli still getting a job. People just look at that 2011 Boston team and they're like, nothing else matters. 94th minute. All these years of sucking with the Red Wings, you know, I wouldn't. It's been more bad than good for him. So, no, if he gets fired, no, he should never have another chance. That should not be a penalty. VAR check. Let's see if he calls this a penalty. This could be a draw. Last minute draw, possibly. Penalty for Atlético San Luis to make this a draw. If the referee does not check it that way. Last second penalty for Atlético San Luis. I don't think that's a penalty. He kicks the ball and then gets tackled as the ball's rolling away. I don't feel like that's a penalty. I feel like that's a bad call. Soft penalty. Soft penalty. João Pedro to tie the game for Atlético San Luis, or at least try to. And players are going to get yellow cards for... Can Gonzalez make the save? Toluca is complaining, and they've rushed the referee. I got Denver beating Minnesota. Referee's talking to the VAR guy. It will be a penalty. 96th minute. João Pedro to take. Gonzalez to try to save. Ball don't lie or ball do lie. We're going to find out. Penalty, last kick of the game. Penalty kick for Atlético San Luis. OKC either plays Golden State or the Clippers. I think Golden State would make it a bit harder for OKC, but either way. 97th minute. Last second penalty. Toluca almost stole, I wouldn't say stole a win, but struggled to win. Shot, goal! And Atlético San Luis ties the game. João Pedro makes it 1-1 to finish, but Still no review. +90 6. 1-1. Uno. Tie game. Toluca could have won. They did not. I feel like that was a soft penalty. Like, the ball was kicked as the tackle was made. How is that a... I feel like that's a bad call. Toluca back to 5th with a draw. I wouldn't say that was a Panenka. 28, 29, 30. Well, if they win, they could still be top 2. Top 3 next week. That's what happens when you fully rotate. And it's full time, 1-1. Uno esta noche. There it is for you. Atletico makes the draw. Uno. And that's that. So with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Hit that hype button to get this up in the algorithm. Hit that join button to become a member. Send some chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow. Well, Tuesday. Monday off. Tuesday. Tomorrow I got to make the streams for the midweek. But Tuesday, I'll be here for Champions Cup. 2 lives, 1 review. Wednesday, 2 lives, 1 review. Thursday, quarterfinal recap, semifinal predictions of the Champs Cup. Friday off. Saturday, Toronto plays. Sunday off. So that's what the next week looks like. So I plan to do all the Champs Cup games on Tuesday and Wednesday. I would assume if the weather doesn't ruin it, it looks like the weather comes in later anyway, like after the games are over. So maybe a review doesn't happen, but on one of the days. But other than that, so be it. With that being said, I will see you on Tuesday. Have an amazing Monday. Have an amazing start to your week, and I'll see you Tuesday night. I'm Ron, and I'm out. Peace. See ya.